everyone, and welcome to this exclusive webinar brought to you by Sellerstap, the AI Amazon repricer. I'm Ian Kamashiro, and I'm thrilled to guide you through this insightful session. Amazon Business has emerged as a colossal force since 2015, revolutionizing the way merchants sell and scale. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Amazon Business's $25 billion a year business and uncovering the benefits for Amazon sellers. In the rapidly evolving marketplace, as Amazon creates new opportunities for sellers, like Amazon Business, the need for integration partners is more crucial than ever. That's where organizations like Sellersap step in, offer cutting-edge solutions to support merchants around the world, ensuring they stay active in the super competitive Amazon landscape. And so today, I'm super excited to introduce two Amazon experts in their own right. Joining us from Sellerstap is Adrian, whose insights into pricing strategies have been game-changing for sellers worldwide. And then on the other side, I'm just as excited to introduce William from Amazon, whose years of experience starting in the Amazon marketplace led him to be a crucial stakeholder in Amazon's B2B program. So Adrian and William, thank you so much for joining today.
Hi, Ian. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Ian.
Just to kind of get us kicked off, it'd be great to learn a little bit more about you both. Kind of like, what is your role? Who are you? What is your job? Adrian, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, sure thing, Ian. Like I said, thank you for having us both here. It's always nice to come and talk to yourself and other experts in the field about repricing or price optimization type things, or just Amazon as a whole. It's our bread and butter. I'm the product lead here at Sellersap, and so my job on the day-to-day is to try to understand the needs or the problems of our customers who are Amazon sellers or third-party marketplace sellers, and try to turn those problems into solutions. And one of the main things we've been doing over the last year is focusing on Amazon Business and building out a toolkit to help sellers compete for the B2B market on the platform.
Amazing. And, Adrian, we're closely together on a lot of different things surrounding Sellersap. And generally the people that are getting to this webinar will remember that Sellersap does work with, the retail arbitrage and the online arbitragers and the wholesalers of the world and the reseller market, helping sellers optimize their pricing. But what gets even more interesting and what we'll dive into today is Amazon Business. And, William, we're so excited to have you today from the Amazon Business side. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role at Amazon is?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Ian. My name is William. I'm Senior Marketing Manager for Amazon Business. Which means my job is to support selling partner who wants to develop their sales on AB, educate them with all of the features that we propose to make their sale grow and discover this wonderful new market.
And William, before we jump into the technical side of Amazon Business, we didn't really to have a chance to define what is Amazon Business. Why did it exist? Where does it come from? Why do we care?
Yeah, right. Amazon Business, as we call AB, is a global procurement solution. Was been created in 2015. It's for all business customers. So it includes multiple features to meet B2B customer needs, such as business price, quantity discount, bulk order, case pack, large pack, but also all these delivery specification. Get your delivery during business hour, no delivery in the weekend, provide the right product with the right size at the right price for this really specific market. So that is Amazon Business today.
That's a really amazing description in a nutshell. And I think it's, important to, for anyone who might be watching this to remember that, this is a whole new marketplace that is different from what we would call B2C, the business to consumer side. So if you're just, average Joe ordering, toilet paper to your front door, this is so when average Joe goes to work and orders it for the school or the hotel or the government agency that he works for, can order it in, more quantity at the right time, and again, as William said, at the right price. Adrian, I'm going to kind of shift to you for a second. As Sellerstap works with, one side of like the reseller business, which is arbitrage and online arbitrage sellers, this kind of program doesn't necessarily connect with that specific workflow or business strategy, but where the customer base of kind of the wholesalers, this is where it kind of gets interesting for Amazon sellers. Can you talk a little bit about why this is something that customers of Sellersap are looking to do, and why they find this road interesting?
Yeah, for sure, Ian. Happy to jump into it. I think providing a bit of context, and how we got to here is important to sort of explain why we see this as a really exciting opportunity for third-party marketplace sellers who are in that sort of wholesale side of game, and maybe have been long-time sellers on Amazon as well. And some of that comes back to, some new technological developments that Amazon has released that allows us as a third-party solution to develop tools. Sellersap had a business price optimization, repricing solution for many years, but it was never good because there was limitations in the data that was available. And over the last couple of years, we saw Amazon work really hard to increase some of the data that was available to us as a third-party solution and to sellers, so that they could make decisions about how they should price for the business offers that they sell, or the products they sell to business markets. And I think that the reason we're seeing such a big uptake in the wholesale space and for bigger sellers is because this is about sort of throughput. It's how much more of an item can we sell. Maybe we're willing to take a lower profit margin to get more quantity through the door. And so for those bigger sellers that have deeper pockets with more inventory and ability to just fulfill more in each specific order, having this new technology and having the extra data from Amazon to back that up means that you can be really strong and really grow your business. And I think on the back of some of this stuff, in our first year of testing this new tool, we saw some of our customers go 100% in their Amazon business sales. And that was for two reasons. One was because they had a technology that could provide a solution for price optimization and repricing, but they also, there's a significantly growing market. I think you said it at the beginning there, in $25 billion a year. There's more people buying on Amazon Business, and there's more stuff to sell. So it's just an awesome opportunity if you can get into the space and make some offers.
Yeah. And Will, do you have anything to add there?
Yeah, completely right, Adrian. It's exactly something exciting, a new market, and we have plenty of things to do, to explain to selling partners that it will be a different world and a different strategy if you want to develop your sales.
And so, William, as Amazon, and a lot of our customers can attest to this, has put this on kind of the forefront of the strategy with account managers reaching out to these larger sellers to encourage them to sell more on Amazon Business, or to start selling on Amazon Business, which means that there are growing pains and an onboarding phase. And I'm sure during these times, these sellers have pain points. Can you help identify any of those pain points these sellers might have, and how, Amazon might address those?
Yeah, exactly. As it's a different market, different world, we are facing different customer expectation. And that's why we have developed different features dedicated to this new customer. So for example, you have invoicing. Invoicing is maybe the most important feature you should have if you want to start with a B2B. B2B customer needs the invoice as soon as they order. That's the most important. We have what we call VCS, which is VAT calculation service, who will generate automatically the invoice for the B2B customer. And then we talk about selection. Okay, I want to start selling on B2B, but what kind of product B2B customer is looking for? And this is super important because, as you say, The B2C is not purchasing the same products than B2B. So we have what we call BPO, Business Product Opportunity, which is a recommendation of product highly researched by B2B customer. You can look on Seller Central, check at it. It's super interesting and generates new recommendation every week. And then we have the quantity of product, what we call large pack, case pack. Because as you say, B2B order in bulk. They're looking for higher quantity. School, hotel, restaurant, they never buy one unit. They need more units every week or every month. So we have a generator of recommendation, case pack recommendation, who will provide you some product to create in large pack, in case pack, in pallets. And then we have pricing. You have set up your invoicing, you have the right product. Do you have the right pricing strategy for B2B? And this is starting to be super interesting because you have business price and quantity discount. These two features will help you to identify the right strategy. Could be manual, could be automated. With Adrian, we'll explain you how he did it. And you will see the full new strategy for B2B customer. Quantity discount is something I will say mandatory. A B2B customer is looking to order in bulk, and when they order in bulk, they expect to have lower price. So that's a great feature to have if you want to have your own pricing strategy for B2B.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just shows, Amazon, and you know this way better than I do, William, but Amazon, you set yourself as the most customer-centric company on the planet, right? And it's really about putting the customers first, and allowing these business buyers a way with the least amount of friction to accomplish the goals, which is essentially procurement. Like you said, it could be a restaurant ordering things for their kitchen, or hotels, schools, whatever. It's super important to reduce that friction, get things on time in the right place at the right time. What I will kind of circle back to is the last thing you spoke about was pricing and how to price. And I think the reason why both you and Adrian are here today is because of how Amazon works with third-party developers like Sellerstap in order to make these connections and allow that integration to support these sellers. So Adrian, will you kind of unpack a little bit about what does this integration look like? Why might sellers find this useful, and what else should we know about?
Yeah, for sure. So, I think that a good place to start with that is, kind of drawing up, just for everyone that's watching, maybe for the first time, or just hearing about third-party developers, to sort of understand what sort of we do and how we fit into the marketplace or the ecosystem of Amazon. Obviously Amazon is this massive company that provides a lot of different technologies and tools and services, business customers or regular customers. And then, to support all of this is to support, third-party sellers to be able to sell products to consumers. And so with so much opportunity out there, there is an opening for other businesses to come into play and help Amazon sellers and partner with Amazon in developing technologies that can support these sellers. So we do is, that sort of data transfer between Amazon and ourselves. So that's sort of what Sellersap is. We are a technology solution. We're not part of Amazon at all, but we plug into Amazon's data access points and pull data about our sellers, our customers, so that we can provide service. And so, one of the ways that we've been able to sort of do that is the main thing that we do that with price optimization, or what the industry calls repricing. And that is that, we help optimize the prices of the products that our customers sell, so that they're being displayed as the featured offer when a customer arrives on Amazon to buy something more often. And so, and raise price where possible to make sure that our sellers are maximizing their profits where possible and offering the best price at all given times.
Yeah, and it sounds like there is that there's this loop that occurs between the integration partners. data flows out from Amazon via the SP API, the Selling Partner API. These third-party developers, such as Sellersap, will aggregate that data, analyze it, make decisions, and then send something back. There's an input and then there's an output. And I think that's something that's really important to understand, for any sellers that might be watching this, is that this is how repricing decisions are made. This is how inventory decisions are made. All these recommendations that come from an analytics perspective, a selling perspective, advertising, everything. There's always an input and there's an output. And sometimes in order to get the most out of the data that Amazon collects and provides, these third-party sellers are the ones that are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But I think that one of the things that we have to remember is that data has to start somewhere. And so, there is a lot of data that's already available through Seller Central as well, about Amazon Business. So maybe, William, can you give us a bit of, insights into some of the data analytics and the insights that are already available for sellers through Seller Central?
Yeah. On Seller Central, the seller is able to set up everything to get the data he needs to develop his B2B market. And if I talk again regarding these three main features of invoicing, selection, and pricing. For example, in invoicing, we know that the seller increased their AB sales by 50% the next month they activate our VCS calculation services. If we go then after for selection, when I talk about the business product opportunities, a BPO AZ has 45x higher AB sales than a regular AZ. So we know the recommendations are good and seller could trust Amazon to follow them and add the product to the stores. And finally, on BBQD, and this is maybe the most important, we know that once it's activated, customer tends to order 3 times more units than the regular B2C one. So we know BBQD is really a key feature for customers. They're looking to bulk in order. Whenever they bulk in order, they expect lower price. So all of this is super useful to develop your B2B business.
Yeah, and I think that are these tools that are available in your experience or the experience of kind of the account management team. Is there a steep learning curve for sellers who are entering this, and what is it? What's the adoption rate of sellers getting into the Amazon business?
That all the features are available and include whenever you have a Seller Central account. That's the key 3 feature we identify to be a B2B seller. So that's the three feature adoption: invoicing with VCS, selection with business product opportunity, and pricing with BPQD.
Cool. And as Amazon is putting so much resources into this program, I'm sure there's always new things coming out. And Adrian, I'm sure that Sellersap is learning new things all the time about this kind of ever evolving marketplace or product, which is Amazon Business. Can you talk a little bit about what, if any, of adaptation plans that you and Sellersap might have for the Amazon Business Repricer?
Yeah, certainly. So, when we initially built, an automated sort of AI business repricer for Amazon Business, we did it in sort of a beta program a couple of years ago now, I would say. And at that point, competition was really low. It's still not as competitive as I would say as the B2C side, because, it's still opt-in to offer business prices. And so when we began, it was just an entry beta type of technology that we had always planned on, increasing the benefits and the flexibilities and customization of the tool for all different business use cases. And then over time, we've seen, the entry of other solutions into the market, and we've continued to upgrade. So, we're starting to see adaptations in our own technology of different strategies for different situations, different aggressivenesses in the algorithm for how you want to compete against other business offers. And I think that's probably the direction we keep moving into. So, we'll keep offering new algorithms that compete with different business objectives, and then create flexibility. So we know that certain customers want to offer quantity discounts at dynamic or fixed discount rates. Some people have package amounts that they know works to their business. That might be because of how many they can fill in a carton or a box or a pallet. And so you want to offer a specific discount to fulfill that amount, and then jump after that. While other customers are just happen to compete based on competition. So it's sort of about how you filter all of this information back into the tool, and then how you can go and build new tools to support all those different customer segments. And that's, I think, what we'll be doing over the next little bit.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, and it sounds to me, based on what you're saying, that there is a lot of communication between Sellerstap and Amazon in this kind of build. Can one or both of you kind of comment on what does that journey look like for, and how does this even get started, as much as you can share, between the inception of saying, okay, one of us is going to engage the other about solving this problem for sellers, and kind of moving forward from there. Maybe Adrian, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. Interesting question. So I guess, I don't know the ins and outs of how Amazon works, but, they're very customer focused and centric. And I imagine if, they isolate a problem, then they, want to build out, sort of testing and scalable solutions to be able to support their customers or their third party selling partners. And so, when Amazon sort of came forward in what was a beta program for the ST API, and said, this is something that we're offering. It's live, accurate data as to all of the offers that are available on an ASIN level for B2B. We understood the benefit of that. We immediately saw the benefit to customers, because until this point, anyone that wanted to offer business offers did it very blindly. I always tell the story to our team. You have one seller offering 2 units, 5 units, 10 units, and 25, and then someone else offering a discount for 10, 50, 100, 200, and there was just no one had a way to compete. And so we really saw the benefit to sellers and to consumers when Amazon came forward and said, this is now available. Who wants to do something with this? And I'm sure every solution provider had some solution for this and something working with it, but we were just excited to be able to offer really good technologies to support our customers.
Yeah. And William, do you have anything to add?
No, I think that's it, Adrian. We keep working together to start from the customer needs, Adrian customer, and see how we can build something to simplify life of both customer and selling partner.
Yeah. And I think I think that the idea is that you both keep going back to, I think is says a lot about, both companies, is that you're identifying the needs of the customer first. And so the customer there's really multiple customers in this case, right? There's the customer, which is the end user, which is the business, but then the business that is making the buy, but there's also the customer that is the Amazon business, the selling part. Exactly. And I think that's it's a complicated, it could be a complicated road to go down sometimes, because you want to make sure that you are looking for the best interest of everyone that you're working with and all the different stakeholders in that case. So, and providing, specific solutions for each one of them. So I think that, having that approach and that mindset of, solving problems for the customer is a super, super important one to have. In one of the things that I keep thinking, it's that sometimes it's really easy to think like this is a new program, Amazon Business, but it's not. It's been around for over 8 years at this point. But I keep on going to events and talking to sellers, especially especially ones who might want to adopt Sellerstap's repricing solution, and they're not necessarily aware that this exists. And it just shows how much can happen. Yeah. And how much potential, is, what's the future of this? Where is this going? And, has the train left the station, and any seller that's here is too far behind?
Oh, no. It's keep brewing, as you say. It's still time to develop your business on Amazon Business. For example, we have some key important data on customer. We know that AB customer has a bigger basket. They order 83% more units than B2C. So it's still important to have in mind that you're gonna grow your order. You're gonna save money. They do fewer return. We have 21% less return versus B2C customer. So it's still better for the selling partner to start right now to save some money. We have lower ship as they used to order in bulk. Shipment cost is like 12% less than B2C shipment. So I think it's still time to start the development. But as you say, we start from the customer needs and we develop feature to simplify and save time for selling partners so they can start right now selling on Amazon. You just say a few minutes ago that, we have the same vision with customer. For example, on pricing, I know we have launched for customer what we call the blue badge. So every agent who has at least 4-star and 5% off versus the B2C price, they will have a blue badge banner on the Amazon Business customer website. So they can find immediately which agent has a good review and has a good price for business customer. And that's feature we try to push for customers so they make their life easy. They can find the product immediately when they purchase. But also good for selling partner because they know if they start adopting a pricing B2B strategy right now, they will have higher visibility for customer and they will increase their sales.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to jump in there. Sorry, I'll cut you off here, but I think that's a really good example of how we keep coming back to it. We share vision of partners or customers. We heard about this blue badge through our customers and through the AB Amazon Business account management team. That they said that well, sellers need this function, and we said, well, no worries at all. And so we added it into our system. Parameters so that you could set and say the percentage that you wanted to get at minimum as a business discount, and wanted to make sure that you were available where possible to get that blue badge. So it's an exact example of pricing reflects the benefits to the seller and the customer. Amazon sets the standards for what determines whether or not it's a good value for the end consumer, and then we build technology to make sure that our sellers, which is our shared partners, can maximize and get the most out of the opportunity.
Yeah, I think that that's a really great point, Adrian, and just being able to really identify that that each one of these sales has a potential to have a larger effect on each customer, right? Because William, as you said, with each sale, there's higher volume and lower return. Speaking to sellers all day, every day, returns are one of their biggest. It's one of their biggest problems. They get stuck with inventory. Yeah, it's daily job, and it ends up costing them money on the costs, on the costs of their goods, but also in labor. Amazon sellers who are using FBA and the Amazon's fulfillment network have to pay Amazon extra money to work to sift through those returns, whether it's to return it back to the seller or end up destroying it. These are all problems. At the time of this recording, it is it's already December. We're ending 2023 and moving into 2024. Is there anything that either one of you can share that what we can expect out of this program, kind of into next year? What can we look forward to, and what is something that sellers can kind of work into their selling strategies, if any?
Hmm. Adrian, you want to go first or I go?
Yeah, sure. I guess, for me, I would say that, and it's been a large part of this conversation, is that I think that not enough sellers recognize that this opportunity exists. And so before we can even talk about what's next, I think it's really important that we start to open the door to, Amazon sellers that are already in the space and have a good business, but aren't really taking up the opportunity to offer business prices or quantity discounts. And William's mentioned a lot, sort of the invoicing technology and the selection of goods, and also where Sellersnap can help to offer competitive pricing and make sure you're maximizing your profit margin. So I think there's some really good tools and technologies in there, and we want more and more people using Amazon Business to offer extra revenue streams and bolster their bottom lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. And William, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I think it will be the same for Amazon. We keep working on what customer needs and simplify selling partner life. So it will be invoicing, make sure adopting automate invoicing is easy for the selling partner. It will be on selection, how we can provide the perfect recommendation based on what customer is looking for. The pricing, the best strategy, B2B pricing, automating manual based on how the selling partner manage. Does he have Sellersnap? Does he want to do everything manual on Seller Central? And final topic will be on delivery. How can we make sure all selling partners deliver at the right time for the business right business delivery hour? Do you want a case? Do you want a unit product? Do you want a pallet? And how can we make sure we bulk everything and everything goes to the customer exactly as he requested? It will be the main focus for next year.
I love that. Cool. Willie, I have one last question for you before we kind of go into final thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm a brand new seller, but I already have, a few items. I'm really deep in inventory, and I heard through the grapevine, through one of my selling communities, about Amazon Business. Where do I start?
Where do you start? I mean, the good thing is you already started, because when you create your account on Sellersap, all your selection, which is available on B2C, will be available on B2B. The good thing, okay, it started, it's available now. Is it exactly perform as you expect? Not yet, because you need to start with feature adoption. First one, invoicing, that's the most important. You need to activate VCS to generate automate invoice for the B2B customer. They need the invoice right away after the order. Then what kind of selection? Do I already have the selection that B2B is looking for? If you already receive a B2B order, good. That means you're on the right track. But check out business product opportunity. See if you have any recommendation of products that you might have in your stock, but not on Seller Central to propose for sales. And final, but not least, that's the pricing, which is super important. Do I have the correct business price strategy for B2B customer? You can check you have a tool, business discount, who will propose you some recommendation for the business price. You have quantity discount who will propose you to do higher volume with a lowest price. So I would say that the three features to start your business with Amazon.
That's really great. So the good news is I've already started, and the better news is that my next step is feature adoption, and I'm sure that and I've actually seen it, that there's plenty of documentation through Seller Central in order to get B2B kicked off. And then once you do, and you're trying to optimize, there's all kinds of, I'm sure, integration partners like Sellersap that are going to be more than happy to help guide you, who also have, specialties and expertise in different parts of the process. So thank you for that. But Adrian and William, I'm going to ask you guys both one more question, the same question, kind of as we end the webinar, and that's just, do you have any final thoughts or conclusions that you would kind of like to share with our audience about Amazon B2B, Amazon B2B repricing, and how to manage this program in general?
I'll kick this one off. I think, as you can hear, I can hear from Amazon directly, it's such a massive opportunity, and instead of the beginning, $25 billion or whatever it was in revenue. There's enormous opportunity there. And like I said, it's not so competitive or as competitive as the B2C side is at the moment because, it's opting in at the moment, but there's tools out there to use. And, for any of our customers, Sellersap customers that might be listening, we would recommend you turn on the tool and test it because it's plug and play out of the box for us. And it's free in your subscription, our sort of fully automated AI repricer for Amazon Business. And anyone in the space that isn't here and isn't already a customer, would recommend, trialing the tool and having a play to see how how it can help your business. And if you're not currently a seller or you're not on Amazon Business at all, we would recommend you, jump in and sign up or check out sort of the documentation to see if you're missing out on an opportunity.
Amazing. Thank you, Adrian. William, final thoughts?
I think it's just the beginning, to be honest. You have no idea how Amazon Business impacts Amazon. I mean, it's opened a completely new customer base for us. It changed the way that we are selling. We need to think completely differently. Like, what is a new selection? How can we make the right delivery for this new kind of customer? What is the right price that we should set up for this kind of customer? It's completely new. So we are super happy. We are learning every day. We have some great collaboration with Adrian, and that's something super strong for us because we can collect customer feedback, seller feedback, and build the best tools available to save time and ease life of everyone.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, William. I love that. It's like you said, it's just the beginning, and if Amazon is putting so many resources into this kind of thing, it should just go to show for the Amazon sellers and the Amazon merchants of the world that the opportunity is there. And the main thing that I heard over and over from you, William, is that the way that Amazon refers to Amazon sellers as selling partners. And it sounds like, especially in this B2B space, that idea of a partnership, being able to provide the inventory to those Amazon businesses, again, in the right size, in the right format, being pallets or whatever, is going to be super important kind of moving forward. And kind of the intersection of Amazon selling partners and integration partners kind of all meeting together to serve this customer base. So Adrian and William, thank you so much for joining us on today's webinar. It was really great diving into Amazon B2B, learning a little bit more about the data and the insights and kind of the overall vision around this. So a special thank you to both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it.
And for anybody watching, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel and check out the Amazon Business Program and Sellerstap to help increase those sales and ultimately get those higher volumes and lower returns. Until next time.